Today we're diving deep into Singapore's property market in 2025. With all the buzz around property launches and rising demand, the big questions are, will there be enough homes for everyone? Are prices going to skyrocket? And if you're planning to buy a home, should you do it now or wait? Part 1. Understanding the current supply. Let's start with supply. In 2025, the government plans to release 15 new plots of land. These plots are expected to yield around 7,500 housing units. At first glance, that might seem like a lot, but let's put it into perspective. On average, Singapore sells about 9,000 new homes each year. So even with these new releases, we're not exactly matching the yearly demand. Adding other developments like executive condominiums and mixed-use projects, the total supply could hit around 10,000 units. But here's the challenge. Building homes takes time. From planning to completion, it can take up to 5 years. So even if the supply looks promising now, it might not meet the demand in the short term. This mismatch between supply and demand is one of the key factors driving property prices up. Part 2. The growing demand. Now let's talk about demand. Did you know Singapore's population has just crossed 6 million? That's a huge milestone. By 2030, we're projected to hit somewhere between 6.5 and 6.9 million people. Breaking it down, this means Singapore needs to grow by about 77,000 people every year to meet these targets. That's roughly 1% growth annually, a steady but significant increase. But here's the twist. It's not just about population size. Smaller households are a growing trend. Back in 2013, the average household size was 3.47 people. Today, it's 3.11. While this might not sound like a big change, it has a massive impact on housing demand. Smaller households mean more homes are needed, even if the population stays the same. Part 3. Lifestyle changes and housing preferences. Let's shift gears and talk about how people's lifestyles are changing. Did you know that more Singaporeans are moving into condominiums? In 2013, about 81% of people lived in HDB flats. Today, that number has dropped to 77%, with more people upgrading to private properties. Why is this happening? Rising incomes play a big role. Over the years, Singaporeans have become more affluent, and affordability has improved. Professionals, managers, and executives now make up a larger percentage of the population, and they often look for housing options that match their lifestyle. Part 4. The impact of rising property prices. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, property prices. Over the years, prices have steadily climbed, and it's not hard to see why. Singapore has limited land, and construction costs are rising. These factors, combined with higher incomes, have kept prices on an upward trend. So what does this mean for buyers? Should you buy now or wait? Waiting for a price drop might not be the best strategy. Land prices haven't gone down, and inflation has made construction more expensive. Developers also face intense competition, which keeps prices competitive for buyers. Part 5. Government measures and market stability. Let's talk about how the government plays a role. Singapore's property market is well regulated, and the government has measures in place to prevent drastic price swings. Cooling measures like additional buyer's stamp duty, ABSD, and loan limits help to stabilize the market. But there's more to it than just policies. Home ownership rates in Singapore are incredibly high, around 90%. This creates a stable market because most people buy homes to live in, not for speculation. When prices rise, it's usually driven by genuine demand rather than investors flipping properties. Part 6. The Great Singapore Wealth Transfer. Here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. The Great Singapore Wealth Transfer. As older generations pass on their homes, younger Singaporeans are inheriting significant wealth. Imagine this. A 5-room HDB flat today is worth around $600,000 to $800,000. If parents leave this to their children, it provides them with a huge financial head start. That money could go toward upgrading to a condo or investing in other properties. This transfer of wealth is creating opportunities for the younger generation to enter the property market, even as prices continue to rise. Part 7. Long-term investment potential. Singapore's property market isn't just about meeting housing needs, it's also a cornerstone of wealth building. Housing makes up nearly 45% of household assets in Singapore. This means real estate isn't just a place to live, it's also a key part of financial stability. For investors, this makes Singapore an attractive market. The government's careful planning ensures long-term stability, and rising property values make it a solid investment. Part 8. Why supply takes time to catch up. One of the challenges in balancing supply and demand is the time it takes to build new homes. From acquiring land to completing construction, the process can take 5 years or more. This lag means the supply we see in 2025 was planned years ago. While the government is working hard to meet demand, there's always a risk of falling short in the short term. Part 9. Rising rental demand. Here's another trend to watch: rental prices. As more foreigners move to Singapore, the demand for rental properties has increased. This has made property ownership even more appealing, especially for those looking to invest. If you're considering buying a property to rent out, now might be the right time to act. Rising rental demand means higher returns for landlords. Part 10. What should you do? So, what's the best move if you're planning to buy a home in 2025? Here are some key takeaways. If you're a first-time buyer, consider HDB flats or executive condominiums. These are more affordable options and come with subsidies for eligible buyers. If you're upgrading, explore new launches. Developers are competing for buyers, so you might find attractive pricing. For investors, look at areas with strong rental demand. Properties near MRT stations or business hubs tend to perform well. Singapore's property market is always a topic of interest, and for good reason. It's not just about buying a home, it's about understanding how the market shapes our financial future. While prices fluctuate and trends evolve, one thing remains constant. Singapore's property market is stable and well-regulated. This makes it one of the most reliable options for homeowners and investors alike. For first-time buyers, the journey can feel overwhelming. From selecting the right location to understanding financing options, there are plenty of factors to consider. But here's the good news. There are opportunities at every level. HDB flats continue to provide affordable housing options for Singaporeans, with government subsidies offering additional support. For those looking to upgrade, the choices are even more exciting. From luxurious condominiums to innovative mixed-use developments, there's something for everyone. If you're thinking about upgrading your current home, now could be the perfect time. The government is actively releasing new land and projects to meet demand, giving buyers more choices. Developers are also more competitive, offering attractive pricing and promotions to draw in buyers. This means you can find a property that not only suits your needs, but also aligns with your budget. For investors, the market offers unique opportunities. Rising rental demand, driven by an influx of foreigners and changing lifestyle preferences, has made property investment more appealing than ever. Properties near MRT stations, business hubs, or popular residential areas tend to generate strong rental yields. With careful planning, investing in Singapore's property market can be a highly rewarding venture. One of the reasons Singapore's market stands out is its stability. High home ownership rates and robust government policies ensure that the market remains resilient even during economic fluctuations. Cooling measures like additional buyer's stamp duty, ABSD, and loan-to-value limits keep the market from overheating, creating a balanced environment for buyers and sellers. Looking ahead to 2025, the future is filled with possibilities. Whether you're planning to buy your first home, upgrade to something bigger, or invest in a rental property, there's no shortage of opportunities. The key is to stay informed and make decisions based on your long-term goals. What about you? Are you ready to dive into the 2025 property market, or are you waiting to see how things unfold? Every buyer's journey is unique, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your perspective in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else make a smarter decision. Before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We're here to bring you the latest updates and insights into Singapore's property trends. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, make the right moves. See you in the next video.